Chosen ones, that stirring in your soul, that quiet whisper you can't shake, God is trying to tell you something. It's not a coincidence. It's not your imagination. It's a divine signal, a sacred nudge meant to pull you closer to the path He's carved out just for you. Right now, your spirit is sensing something bigger, something extraordinary. You're not here by chance. You're here because God has a message that's about to change everything. This feeling, this restless pull in your heart is God's way of calling you to attention. It's like a spark igniting in the quiet of the night. A signal that something holy is unfolding. Maybe it's a warmth you can't explain, a sudden clarity in the middle of chaos. Or even a heaviness that makes you pause. Whatever it is, don't ignore it. God doesn't speak in accidents. He's reaching out to you, His chosen one, because you're ready to hear what He's been preparing for you all along. Think about it. When was the last time you felt this? A moment where the world seemed to slow down and your heart seemed to know something your mind hadn't caught up to yet. That's God. He's not shouting from the heavens or flashing signs in the sky. He's whispering in the stillness of your soul, guiding you toward a truth that will shift your entire life. You're not ordinary. You've never been. You're marked for something greater. And this feeling is the key to unlocking it. If this resonates with you, if your spirit is stirring right now, pause and leave a comment with the number 77 below. It's a declaration that you're ready to receive this divine message, that you're open to what God is revealing. And if you're feeling called to join thousands of other chosen ones on this journey, hit that like button and subscribe to stay connected to these sacred truths. This feeling isn't random. It's God's hand on your life, pulling you toward a purpose that's been written since the pilot's beginning of time. Psalm 139:16 says, "Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be." Every moment of your life, every challenge, every joy has been leading to this. That stirring you feel, it's the moment God is saying, now is your time. You might be wondering what this message is. Maybe you're expecting a booming voice or a clear vision. But God's ways are often subtler, more profound. He speaks through your intuition, through that gut feeling that won't let go. It's the same way He spoke to Moses through a burning bush. Not in the fire's roar, but in the quiet call to step closer. You're standing at your own burning bush right now. Don't turn away. Step in. This divine signal is personal. It's not a generic message for the masses. It's for you. God knows your name, your struggles, your dreams. He sees the weight you've carried, the battles you've fought in silence. That feeling in your soul is His way of saying, I see you and I'm here. It's an invitation to trust Him, to lean into this moment and let Him guide you to the next step. Maybe you've been feeling stuck, like you're spinning in circles, waiting for a breakthrough. That stirring you feel. It's God telling you the breakthrough is already on its way. It's not about forcing doors open or chasing answers. It's about listening. It's about trusting that this feeling is the first ripple of a wave that will carry you into a new season of purpose, abundance, and clarity. Right now, as you listen, your heart might be racing. That's not fear. That's recognition. Your spirit knows this is true. God is aligning you with His plan, and it's bigger than anything you've imagined. Jeremiah 33 verse 3 says, Call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. This feeling is your call. God is ready to answer. Are you ready to listen? If you're feeling that pull, that sacred spark, leave a comment with 777 below. It's a signal to the universe that you're ready to hear God's message, that you're stepping into this divine moment with faith. Your action amplifies this energy, connecting you to the truth God is revealing. This feeling isn't just a moment, it's a turning point. Think of Esther in the Bible. She felt the weight of her calling before she understood it. A young woman chosen for a purpose she couldn't yet see. Standing at a crossroads that would change history. Her heart must have stirred with fear, with doubt, but also with a knowing that God was with her. You're standing at your own crossroads now. God is preparing you for something that will ripple beyond your life, touching others in ways you can't yet see. You might feel like you're not ready, like you're not enough. But God doesn't choose the qualified. He qualifies the chosen. That stirring in your soul is proof that you're ready to step into what He's prepared. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to trust the one who does. That feeling is your confirmation that God is moving, that He's calling you to rise. Sometimes this divine signal comes in the form of restlessness. Maybe you're waking up at night, your mind racing with ideas or questions. Maybe you're feeling a pull to change something in your life, a job, a relationship, a mindset. That's not chaos. That's God rearranging your path, clearing the way for what's next. Don't fight it. Lean into it. He's preparing you for a shift that will align you with His perfect will. Look at Joseph. Sold into slavery, thrown into prison. Yet, he felt God's presence through every trial. That stirring in his heart, that unexplainable hope kept him moving forward. And when the time came, God elevated him to a position of power that saved nations. Your feeling is your Joseph moment. It's God saying, I'm with you and I'm leading you to something greater. If this truth is hitting home, if you're ready to embrace this divine message, type 777 in the comments below. It's your way of saying, God, I'm listening. It's a step of faith that opens the door to what He's about to do in your life. And if you want to walk this path with other chosen ones, hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of souls seeking God's truth. This feeling isn't meant to overwhelm you. It's meant to awaken you. God is stirring your spirit, because you're on the verge of something miraculous. Maybe it's a new opportunity, a healing, a financial breakthrough, or a deeper connection with Him. Whatever it is, it's tailored for you. God doesn't send these signals without purpose. He's preparing you to step into a season where His promises will unfold in ways you never thought possible. Think about the disciples when Jesus called them. They were ordinary men, fishermen, tax collectors, but they felt something when He spoke. That stirring in their hearts wasn't just emotion. It was the Holy Spirit moving them toward a destiny that would change the world. You're feeling that same call now. You're not ordinary. You're chosen. And God is moving you toward a purpose that will leave a mark. Don't let doubt creep in. The enemy will try to make you question this feeling, to dismiss it as nothing, but you know better. That stirring is real. It's God's voice breaking through the noise of the world, calling you to pay attention. You're not crazy. You're not imagining things. You're hearing from the Creator of the universe, and He's telling you to get ready. This is your moment to act. Trust that feeling. Pray on it. Sit with it. Ask God to show you what He's saying. He's not hiding from you. He's waiting for you to respond. James 4 verse 8 says, "Come near to God and He will come near to you." That stirring is your invitation to draw closer, to step into the fullness of what He has for you. Don't ignore it. It's the key to your next chapter. One last time, if you're ready to say yes to this divine call, type 777 in the comments below. It's a declaration that you're open to God's message, that you're ready to walk in His purpose. Your faith is the spark that will ignite what's coming next. This feeling is more than a moment. It's a movement. God is shifting things in your life, aligning you with His divine plan. You might not see the full picture yet, but that's okay. Faith isn't about seeing everything clearly. It's about trusting the one who does. That stirring in your soul is proof that God is working, that He's guiding you toward a future filled with hope. Look at Noah. He felt God's call to build an ark when no one else saw the rain coming. People mocked him, doubted him, but he trusted that feeling in his heart. And because he did, he saved his family and fulfilled God's purpose. Your feeling is your ark. It's God telling you to build something, to prepare for something, even if the world doesn't understand yet. This divine signal might feel uncomfortable at times. It might push you to step out of your comfort zone, to let go of things that no longer serve you. But that discomfort is growth. It's God stretching you, molding you into the person He created you to be. Don't shy away from it. Embrace it. Every step you take in faith brings you closer to the life He's promised. You're not alone in this. God is with you, guiding you, speaking to you through that feeling you can't ignore. And you're not the only one feeling it. Thousands of chosen ones are sensing the same call, walking the same path. If you want to connect with them, hit that like button and subscribe to join a community of souls seeking God's truth. Together, we're stronger. This stirring isn't just about you. It's about the ripple effect you'll create. When you listen to God's call, you don't just change your life. You change the lives around you. Your obedience, your faith, your trust in this feeling will inspire others. It will show them that God still speaks, that He still moves, that He still chooses people like you to do extraordinary things. Think of David, a shepherd boy who felt God's call long before he faced Goliath. That stirring in his heart gave him the courage to stand against a giant when everyone else was afraid. Your feeling is your slingshot. It's the tool God is giving you to face the giants in your life. Whether it's fear, doubt, or obstacles that seem impossible, you're ready because He's with you. This divine message isn't a one-time thing. God will keep speaking, keep stirring, keep guiding. But this moment, this feeling is your starting point. It's the spark that sets everything in motion. Don't let it pass you by. Hold on to it. Pray over it. Trust it. God is trying to tell you something, and it's bigger than you can imagine. Maybe you're feeling this call in your relationships, urging you to forgive, to heal, to let go of what's holding you back. Maybe it's in your career, pushing you toward a new opportunity that scares you but feels right. Or maybe it's in your spirit, drawing you closer to God in a way you've never experienced before. Whatever it is, it's real and it's from Him. You've been through trials. You've faced moments where you didn't know how you'd make it through. but you're still here. That's not luck. That's God. That stirring you feel now is the same strength that carried you through those moments. It's the same voice that whispered, "Keep going," when you wanted to give up, and now it's telling you to get ready for what's next. This feeling is your compass. It's God pointing you toward a future where His promises come to life. Isaiah 55:11 says, "So is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire." This stirring is His word in you, and it will not fail. Trust it. Follow it. Let it lead you to the purpose He's prepared. You might not know every step of the journey, but you don't need to. God does. That feeling in your soul is enough to guide you right now. Take one step, then another. Pray. Listen, act. God is speaking and He's not done yet. This is your moment to rise, to trust, to become the chosen one. He's always known you to be. Sometimes this divine stirring feels like a question. It's God asking, "Are you ready to trust me fully?" It's not always about clarity. It's about courage. Think of Abraham, called to leave everything familiar and go to a land God would show him. He didn't know the destination, but he felt the call. And because he trusted, he became the father of nations. Your feeling is your Abraham moment. God is calling you to step out even if you don't see the whole path. This call might be leading you to something practical like starting a business, pursuing a passion, or making a bold decision. Or it might be spiritual, pulling you into deeper prayer, fasting, or worship. Either way, it's personal. God knows exactly what you need to hear, and He's speaking it through this feeling. Don't let it slip away. Hold it close. It's your lifeline to His plan. You're not just feeling something, you're being transformed. Every time you listen to this stirring, you grow stronger, wiser, more aligned with God's purpose. It's like a seed breaking through the soil, reaching for the light. You're that seed and God is the light. This feeling is the moment you start to break through, to grow into the person He created you to be. Look at Mary, the mother of Jesus. When the angel appeared to her, she felt something, a mix of awe, fear, and wonder. But she didn't run from it. She said, "Let it be to me according to your word." That's your call right now. Say yes to this feeling. Say yes to God's message. Let it unfold in your life and watch what He does next. This stirring is your invitation to a divine partnership. God isn't just speaking to you. He's inviting you to work with Him, to co-create a future that reflects His glory. You're not a bystander in this story. You're a key player chosen for a purpose that only you can fulfill. That feeling is your signal to step up, to take your place in His plan. You might feel like you've been waiting forever for a sign, for clarity, for something to happen. But this feeling times is the sign. It's God saying, "I'm here and I'm moving." Don't wait for a louder voice or a bigger moment. This is it. Trust that stirring in your soul and let it guide you to the next step. God's timing is perfect and He's speaking right now. Sometimes this divine call comes through unexpected moments. A conversation, a song, a sudden realization. It's God weaving His message into the fabric of your life. Think of Paul on the road to Damascus. A blinding light stopped him in his tracks and everything changed. Your feeling might not be a blinding light, but it's just as powerful. It's God stopping you, redirecting you, preparing you for what's next. You're not alone in this journey. God is with you, and so are countless other chosen ones who are feeling the same, stirring, answering the same call. If you want to connect with them, hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of souls walking this path. Together, we're a force united by God's voice moving toward His purpose. This feeling is your anchor. When the world feels chaotic, when doubt creeps in, come back to it. It's God's voice, steady and true, reminding you that you're His, you're chosen, you're loved, and He's got a plan that's unfolding right now, even if you can't see it all yet. Trust that stirring. It's leading you home. Maybe this call is asking you to let go of something. Fear, resentment, or a dream that's no longer yours. Letting go is hard, but it's also holy. It's God making room for something new, something better. Think of Ruth, who left her homeland to follow Naomi, and God's call, that stirring in her heart, led her to a new life, a new purpose. Your feeling is leading you somewhere new, too. This divine signal isn't just about what's next. It's about who you're becoming. Every time you listen to this stirring, you step closer to the person God created you to be. You're not just chasing a goal or a blessing. You're becoming a vessel for His light, His love, His purpose. That feeling is the fire refining you, shaping you, preparing you for greatness. Look at Elijah standing alone on Mount Carmel, feeling God's call to confront the prophets of Baal. He didn't have all the answers, but he had faith. That stirring in his soul gave him the courage to act, and God showed up in power. Your feeling is your Mount Carmel moment. God is calling you to stand, to act, to trust, and He will show up. This stirring might feel overwhelming at times, like a wave crashing over you. But it's not meant to drown you. It's meant to lift you. God is using this feeling to pull you out of the ordinary and into the extraordinary. You're not meant to stay where you are. You're meant to rise, to soar, to become a living testament to His power. You've been through storms. You've faced moments where you felt lost, broken, or forgotten. But that stirring in your soul is proof that God never forgot you. He's been with you through every trial, every tear, every step. And now He's speaking again, telling you that your story isn't over. It's just beginning. This feeling is your reminder that you're not defined by your past. You're defined by God's purpose. That stirring is His promise that He's not done with you yet. He's writing a new chapter, and it's filled with hope, abundance, and miracles. Trust it. Follow it. Let it lead you to the life He's always planned for you. Maybe you're feeling this call in your finances, a nudge to trust God for provision, or maybe it's in your health, a whisper to believe for healing. Whatever it is, it's specific to you. God knows your needs, your dreams, your fears. This feeling is His way of saying, I've got this. Trust me. Lean into it and watch Him move. Think of Daniel in the lion's den. He felt God's presence in the face of death, and that stirring gave him peace. He didn't just survive, he thrived because he trusted the one who called him. Your feeling is your lion's den moment. God is with you, and He's turning your trials into triumphs. This divine stirring is your compass, your guide, your lifeline. It's God speaking directly to your heart, telling you that you're ready for what's next. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to listen. That feeling is enough. It's God's voice, and it's leading you to a future brighter than you can imagine. You're not just feeling something, you're being called. God is moving, and He's inviting you to move with Him. This stirring is your signal to step out, to trust, to rise. You're a chosen one, and this moment is yours. Don't ignore it. Embrace it. God is trying to tell you something, and it's time to listen. This divine stirring in your soul is more than a fleeting moment. It's a sacred rhythm, a pulse of God's purpose beating through your life. It's as if He's tuning your heart to a frequency only you can hear, aligning you with a destiny that's been waiting for you since before you were born. You feel it, don't you? That quiet hum, that unexplainable pull towards something greater. It's God inviting you to step into a new dimension of faith where His promises become your reality. Picture a river carving its way through stone. It doesn't force its path. It flows steady and relentless, shaping the hardest surfaces over time. That's what this feeling is in your life. It's God's gentle but unstoppable force reshaping your circumstances, smoothing out the rough edges of your past. He's not rushing you. He's guiding you step by step toward a future where every obstacle becomes a stepping stone. You might feel this stirring as a call to create something new. Maybe it's a vision for a project, a dream you've buried under doubt, or a passion you've been too afraid to pursue. God is whispering, now is the time. He's not asking you to have it all figured out. He's asking you to trust the spark He's placed in you. That feeling is the seed of something extraordinary, and He's ready to make it grow. Think of Nehemiah, who felt a burden to rebuild Jerusalem's walls. The task seemed impossible: ruins, opposition, no resources. But that stirring in his heart was God's blueprint. He didn't ignore it. He prayed, acted, and trusted. And God provided everything he needed. Your feeling is your Nehemiah moment. It's God handing you a blueprint for something only you can build. Trust it and start laying the first stone. This call isn't always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's a quiet knowing, a certainty that settles in your bones. You might feel it when you're alone, in the stillness of the morning, or in the middle of a crowded room. It's God saying, I'm here and I'm speaking to you. It's personal, intimate, tailored to your heart. He knows exactly what you need to hear. And He's using this feeling to draw you closer to Him. For in you've carried burdens that weren't yours to bear: guilt, fear, expectations from others. This stirring is God's way of lifting those weights. He's saying, let go. I've got this. It's not about striving harder or proving yourself. It's about resting in His plan, trusting that this feeling is leading you to freedom. Psalm 55:22 says, cast your cares on the Lord and He will sustain you. That's what this moment is, an invitation to release and receive. Maybe this feeling is pushing you to forgive someone. Even yourself. Forgiveness isn't weakness, it's power. It's God clearing the clutter from your heart, making room for His peace. Think of Joseph forgiving his brothers after years of betrayal. That stirring in his soul wasn't just healing for him. It was salvation for a nation. Your forgiveness could be the key that unlocks not just your freedom, but someone else's, too. This divine signal might feel like a question mark, a what's next that lingers in your mind. That's okay. God doesn't always give the full map. Sometimes He just points to the next step. Trusting this feeling means trusting his timing. It's like walking through fog with a lantern. You may not see very far, but you can see far enough to take the next step. God's light is in that stirring, taking you step by step. Consider Deborah, the prophetess who guided Israel with wisdom and strength. She didn't know all the answers when she sensed God's call, but she heard that stirring in her spirit and she obeyed. Her faith took a nation's fear and turned it to victory. Your sense is your Deborah moment. God summoning you to lead, to move, to believe even when the way isn't sure. You're mightier than you imagine because He's with you. This stirring is also an invitation to rest. Not the kind of rest that involves doing nothing, but the kind that involves believing God's got it covered. You've been running, fighting, shouldering the weight of the world. God is saying, stop. Breathe. I'm working. Matthew 11 verse 28 reminds us, "Come to me all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." That sense in your soul is His invitation to set down your striving and walk in His peace. You may be feeling this call through your relationships, nudging you to establish boundaries or restore bridges. God is employing this sensation to reorganize your connections, to introduce people into your life that mirror His design, and to lead you away from those who aren't serving His purpose. It is not about severing people. It is about making room for what is sacred. Trust that stirring. It's God reshaping your circle for His glory. That's your reminder that you're not defined by your circumstances. Lack, struggle, or failure is what the world may see, but potential is what God sees. He sees the chosen one that He formed. That stirring in your heart is His voice whispering, "I'm not done with you." It is the voice that whispered to Gideon, the least, that he was a mighty warrior. Your sense is God summoning the warrior within you, prepared to emerge. At times this holy cue is a push toward going back to something. You've left a dream, a talent, a calling. Perhaps you put it aside because life got in the way or doubt whispered to you that it couldn't be done. But God doesn't forget. That stirring is His way of saying, pick it up again. I'm not finished with that part of you. He's breathing life back into what you thought was dead. Imagine Jonah fleeing from God's call until that stirring in his heart became undeniable. Even in the belly of the whale, God didn't give up on him. Your emotions are your whale moment, not a punishment station, but a redirection station. God is calling you back to the path He's called you to, and He's not releasing you. This restlessness could also be a call to voice. Perhaps there's a truth that you've been keeping inside, a story that needs to be told, or a stand that needs to be taken. God is giving you a voice, and this sense is His prod to use it. Your words, your truth might be the fire that ignites to change the life of another. Don't hold back. Speak with the courage He's given you. Consider John the Baptist crying out truth in the wilderness. He heard God's call far before he saw the crowds. That churning in his heart emboldened him to speak, to make straight the path for Jesus. Your intuition is your wilderness experience. God inviting you to make straight the way for something bigger, even if you are the only one who can hear it in this moment. This divine call is also about timing. God's timing is not like ours. That stirring in your heart is His, get ready. Your season is coming. It's not a matter of rushing or trying to make things happen. It's a matter of believing His impeccable timing. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 declares, "There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens, your season is currently here, and that feeling is the indicator. You may sense this call in your finances, a whisper to have faith for provision in ways you never have been bold enough. Perhaps it's a push to give, to invest, or to take a step of faith. God is not merely promising enough. He's promising abundance. Consider the widow who contributed her 2 coins. That stirring within her resulted in a miracle. Your sense might be the beginning of your financial miracle, as well. This stirring is your access to God's heart. It is not necessarily what He is doing in your life. It is who He is. He is the God who notices you, who knows you, who adores you. That sense is His means of inviting you into an increased relationship with Him. It's an invitation to get to know Him not only as provider or guide, but as your friend, your Father. Consider Mary Magdalene, who sensed Jesus' presence, even in death. That movement of her heart brought her to the empty tomb, to the truth that transformed everything. Your feeling is your empty tomb moment. God revealing to you that what appeared lost is alive, that what appeared impossible is occurring. Trust it and run toward it. This promise of God is also a call to courage. The world will attempt to drown out the voice of God with noise, fear, doubt, distraction. But that stir in your soul is louder than all of that. It's God telling you, I've chosen you and I'm with you. You don't have to be brave. You simply have to be loyal. Make the next step, even if it's tiny. He's got the rest. You may be feeling this summons in your health. A prod to believe for healing, to believe God with your body. That stirring is His word that He's not merely a God of spiritual renewal, but of physical restoration. Isaiah 53 verse 5 states, "By His wounds, we are healed." Your sensation is your reminder that God's healing power is active within you at this moment. This stirring is your lifeline to God's purpose. It's not accidental. It's not temporary. It's His voice, firm and certain, leading you above the clamor of the world. You're not lost. You're not forgotten. You're chosen. And that sense of it is evidence that God is working, speaking, guiding you into a future that glories in Him. Consider the case of Samuel, a boy who heard God's voice in the darkness. He didn't know it, but he listened. That rumbling in his heart turned him into a prophet who altered a nation. Your sense of it is your Samuel moment. God calling on you by name, getting you ready to bear His message, His mission, His light. This call from God may make you feel like a puzzle with pieces yet to fit. Don't worry. God is a master puzzle fitter. Your task is to trust the sensation, to keep each piece in hand that He provides. Someday you'll turn around and realize the picture He has been painting all along. A life of purpose, of beauty, of impact. You've had your seasons of waiting, of wondering if God was still there. But this rumbling is your reminder that He's never gone. He's been working, shaping, preparing. That sense in your soul is the call that your waiting is becoming walking, you're hoping into receiving. God is moving and He's moving in you. This call might be asking you to step into community, to connect with others who share your faith. You're not meant to walk this path alone. That stirring could be God nudging you to find your tribe, to share your journey with those who understand. Proverbs 27:17 reminds us, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Your sense is taking you to people that will sharpen you, pick you up, and walk with you. Consider the early church, united by the call of the Holy Spirit. They sensed the presence of God, and it made strangers into family, fear into courage. Your sense is your church moment. God creating a community around you, bringing you together with others for His purpose. Don't hold back from connection. It's part of His plan. This stirring is your reminder that God's promises are not for someday. So today He's not waiting on you to be perfect or have it all together. He's speaking to you now in this moment because you're ready. That sensation is His voice telling you, I trust you with this. Let's go. Step out in faith and see what He does next. This stirring within your soul is a divine compass guiding you to a truth that's been hidden in plain sight. It's God speaking softly above the din of your days, calling you to look beyond what lies before you. This sensation isn't something that comes and goes. It's a hand-drawn map that leads you to where His reason for you exists. You're not lost. You're being directed. At times this summoning feels like a flash of inspiration, a whisper to be creative and express something that's inside you. Perhaps it's a tale that needs to be told. A melody that must be sung, or a dream to be shared. God is stirring your talents, calling them forth from hiding. He's speaking to you, saying, use what I've given you. Your creativity is not a talent. It's a godly instrument to display His glory and touch the world. Consider Bezalel, the craftsman God full of His presence to construct the tabernacle. His hands converted raw materials into a holy place because he answered God's call. Your sense is your Bezalel moment. God filling you with creativity to produce something sacred. Something that bears His presence. Don't hold back. Let it flow. This holy nudge could be nudging you to trust in ways you have not been before. Perhaps it's trusting God in a decision that feels dangerous. Like quitting a job or beginning something new. That stirring is His guarantee that He's gone ahead of you. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6 instructs, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. This is your call to lean into Him. You may be feeling this call, in those quiet moments when the world recedes and it's just you and God. That's not emptiness. That is intimacy. He's calling you into a room where His voice is more distinct, where His plans for you come into sharp relief. This stirring is your reminder that you don't have to pursue answers. You only have to be quiet and listen. Consider Hannah, who shared her heart with God in secret prayer. Her stirring wasn't boisterous, but it was mighty. It resulted in Samuel's birth, a prophet who transformed Israel's way. Your intuition is your Hannah moment. God listening to your quiet crying, getting ready to give birth to something fresh in your life. Believe the silence. It is where He is loudest. This wake-up call could also be a call to hold fast to what you believe. The world will try and pull you every which way, but God is grounding you in His truth. That is His power, keeping you grounded when the rest is quivering. You're not to bend under pressure. You're to stand firm as a pillar of His light. Remember Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who sensed the presence of God in the burning furnace. That stirring within their hearts was enough to give them the strength to endure the flames yet remain unbowed. Your feeling is your furnace moment. God calling you to stand tall, knowing He's with you no matter the heat. You'll emerge untouched, shining with His glory. This divine signal is also one of rediscovery. Perhaps you've lost your way, hidden under years of expectations or setbacks. That stirring is God peeling back the layers, reminding you of the person He created. You're not your mistakes or your struggles. You're His masterpiece. And this is His way of calling you back to yourself. You may sense this call in the routines of your day, a push toward purpose in the mundane. Washing dishes, driving to the office, assisting a neighbor, God is in those moments. That stirring is His reminder that nothing is too small for His purpose. Colossians 3 verse 23 states, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord." Your sense is making the ordinary holy. Observe the lad with 5 loaves and 2 fishes. He did not know his meager contribution would sustain thousands, but he sensed something when he offered it to Jesus. That sensing gave rise to a miracle. Your sense is your 5 loaves and 2 fishes moment. God turning your little steps into something gigantic. Trust Him with what you have. This sensing could be prompting you to lead even when you're not ready. Leadership is not always titles or mobs, and sometimes it is about showing up, speaking truth, or being the first to step. God is stirring you because He believes you to lead, to point Him out to others. You're equipped because He lives in you. Recall Miriam, who led the people in worship after the crossing of the Red Sea. She didn't orchestrate it. She sensed God's call and stepped forward. Your sense is your Miriam moment. God calling you to lead with joy, to inspire others with your faith. Don't wait for a ticket. Your stirring is your mandate. This call from God may be a heaviness, a weight to pray for someone or something greater than you. That's God stretching your heart, filling you with His heart for the world. Your prayers are not words. They are powerful. James 5 verse 16 declares, "The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective." Your sense is your invitation to intervene, to transform lives through prayer. You may be hearing this invitation in your pain, a whisper that there is meaning in your misery. God doesn't squander anything. That stirring is His guarantee that your suffering is part of a greater narrative. Romans 8 verse 28 declares, "In all things, God works for the good of those who love Him." Your sensation is God sewing together your challenges into a victory tapestry. Consider Job, who sensed God's presence during his worst times. That gentle disturbance kept him grounded, and God restored him even better than before his loss. Your sensation is your Job moment. God reminding you He's in your story, making your pain turn to purpose. Hold on, He's not finished yet. This stirring is also a call to thanksgiving. Amidst chaos or doubt, God is prodding you to see what's good, what's true. That feeling is His way of redirecting your attention from what's lacking to what's available. Philippians 4 verse 6 states, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." Your thanksgiving is your strength. You may hear this call in your nighttime dreams, visions, or thoughts that remain when you wake up. That's not coincidence. That's God speaking through your subconscious, sowing seeds for your future. Write them down. Pray over them. That agitating is His master plan, giving you peeks of what is yet to be. Believe it and see it manifest. Consider Jacob, who struggled with God in a vision and awakened transformed. That agitation within his soul left a mark on him forever, bestowing upon him a new name and a new mission. Your sensation is your Jacob experience. God grappling with you, not to vanquish you, but to shape you, own the fight. It's producing your new name. This heavenly cue could be encouraging you to streamline, to release the junk in your life. Perhaps it's material possessions that you do not require or mental such as overthinking or anxiety. God is awakening your heart to create space for His peace. He's declaring, clear the space. I'm moving in. Trust that feeling and release what's oppressing you. You may be picking up on this call in your hunger for truth. The world is full of noise, opinions, distractions, lies, but that stirring is God nudging you toward what's real, what's eternal. John 16 verse 13 reminds us, when He, the Spirit of truth, comes, He will guide you into all the truth. Your sense of feeling is the Spirit guiding you to truth, piercing the veil. Notice Nathanael, who encountered Jesus and felt truth pierce his heart. That moment transformed him from a cynic to a follower. Your sense of feeling is your Nathanael moment. God unveiling Himself in a way that redefines everything. You're no longer pursuing truth. Truth is pursuing you. This restlessness may also be an invitation to rest in God's timing. You've been driving, scheming, attempting to make it happen. But that sense of urgency is God telling you, wait, I've got this. It is not giving up. It is giving over. It is trusting His rhythm more than yours. Isaiah 40-31 states, those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Your sense is your strength renewed. Perhaps it's a push in your heart to serve. Perhaps it's a call to serve another, to volunteer, to give without expecting reward. That nudging is God's heart in action in you, inviting you to love Him in return by loving others. Your little acts of service are not little to Him. They're forever. Galatians 5 verse 13 writes, serve one another humbly in love. That's your call. Think of the Good Samaritan who was moved to stop and assist a stranger. His mercy altered a life and was a legend for generations. Your sensation is your Samaritan moment. God summoning you to act, to love, to make a difference. Don't drive by. Pull over and respond. This is a divine nudge that could be pushing you to dream larger. The world is saying play it safe, but God is energizing your heart to go after what looks impossible. He is not hindered by what you have or what you don't have. That sense of discontent is His call to believe for greater, to trust Him for miracles. Ephesians 3 verse 20 teaches that He is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine. Your feeling is the start of that more. You may be feeling this calling in your healing need. Not only physical, but emotional, spiritual. That nudging is God's guarantee that He's healing you piece by piece. He's not merely repairing you. He's restoring you. Psalm 147 verse 3 teaches, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Your feeling is His bandage, binding you in His love. Consider the woman by the well who felt Jesus' words awaken her broken heart. That instant did not only transform her, but it transformed her village. Your feeling is your well moment. God arriving where you are in your brokenness, prepared to make you a vessel for His glory. Let Him in. He's already there. This stirring is your reminder that you're part of something greater. You're not just a lone thread. You're woven into God's tapestry tied to His eternal plan. That sense is Him saying, you belong. You matter. Your life, your decisions, your belief, they're part of a narrative that's transforming the world. Consider Rahab, and how she felt a call to help God's people, her tiny act of faith brought her family to safety and found her included in Jesus' heritage. Your sense is your Rahab moment. God incorporating your faith into His greater narrative. Trust it and see how your life ripples outward. This stirring inside of you is a heavenly invitation to step into your authority. It's God giving you the keys to a kingdom mentality where you no longer view yourself as little or limited. That feeling is His whisper saying, "You're stronger than you know." It's not about power over others. It's about control over doubt, fear, and anything else that attempts to hold you back. You're a chosen one, and this is your time to emerge. You may sense this call as a spark of courage, a sudden need to speak out or stand up. Perhaps it's in a conversation, a choice, or a place where you need to say no to what doesn't fit into God's plan. That stirring is His power, giving you boldness to go in truth. Joshua 1 verse 9 reads, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, for the Lord your God will be with you." Your feeling is your own courage swelling. Consider Peter, who was sensing Jesus' call to get out of the boat and onto the water. That nudge within him nudged him beyond fear, beyond reason, into a miracle. Your feeling is your water walking experience. God calling you to get out even when you think it's impossible. The waves can appear great, but His hand is there to catch you. This heavenly urge could be calling you to find your joy again. Life has a way of dulling your sparkle, but God is stirring your heart to laugh, to rejoice, to take pleasure in Him once more. That is His reminder that joy is your strength. Nehemiah 8 verse 10 declares, "The joy of the Lord is your strength." Your stirring is God rekindling that fire, making you unshakable. You may feel this call in times of thankfulness when you see the little things. A gentle word, a gorgeous sunset, a moment of peace. That's God instructing you to look for His hand in all things. That's what this sensation does. It's conditioning your eyes to locate Him in the mundane and make each day a witness to His goodness. You're not merely surviving. You're flourishing in His presence. Consider Paul and Silas singing hymns in jail. Their commotion was not desperation. It was adoration. And it busted loose the chains. Your sense is your jail cell moment. God's call to worship even in darkness. Your praise will set free chains not only for yourself but for those who are around you. This awakening may be a tug to study, to learn, to find wisdom. Perhaps it is a prod. To read, to research, to question God's Word or His world. That sense is Him opening your mind, setting you up for a calling that demands knowledge. Proverbs 4 verse 7 states, "The start of wisdom is this. Get wisdom." Your stirring is your first step toward divine insight. You may be feeling this stirring in your urge to create something that will last, a legacy, a family, a community. God is stirring your heart to sow seeds that will endure beyond you. This is not about immediate results. It's about lasting impact. That feeling is His guarantee that what you build with Him will last for eternity. Remember Solomon, who heard God's calling to build the temple. It was not merely a structure. It was a house for God's presence. Your feeling is your temple moment. God calling you to build something holy, something that bears His glory. Begin small, but think big. He's in this with you. This heavenly prompt may be nudging you to release control. You've been clinging to plans, results, or individuals. But God is stirring your heart to have faith in His hands rather than your own. That feeling is his soft push to unclench your fists and let him do the work. Psalm 46:10 tells us, "Be still and know that I am God." Your stirring is your stillness, your surrender, your freedom. You may hear this invitation in your sympathy for others, a profound hurt to serve those who are suffering. That's God's heart pulsing in you, inviting you to be his hands and feet. This isn't just empathy. It's an assignment from above to bring his love to a broken world. Your little acts of service are ripples of his kingdom. Consider Dorcas, who sweat clothes for the poor and transformed lives through her silent service. Her passion compelled her to serve in practical ways. And God took it and touched hearts. Your sense is your Dorcas moment. God sending you to serve in small ways but shining so bright. Don't sell yourself short. That stirring could be an invitation to meet your fears head-on. Perhaps it's fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown. That stirring is God speaking and saying, "I'm greater than your fears." He's not telling you to shut them down. He's telling you to walk through them in his presence. 2 Timothy 1:7 teaches us, "God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power." Your stirring is your power rising. You may feel this call in times of solitude when you sense God's presence most deeply. It's not loneliness. It's holy space. He's awakening your heart to meet him there, to listen to him without interruption. This sense is your invitation to a closer relationship where his voice becomes your anchor. Remember Moses alone with God on the mountaintop. That stirring in his heart created the 10 Commandments, a covenant that formed nations. Your sense is your mountain moment. God speaking with you in the stillness, imparting truths that will mold your destiny. Pay attention. He's got something to impart. This divine nudge may be a restlessness, a knowing you're meant for more. That's God expanding your vision, nudging you outside what's comfortable. He's not summoning you to settle, he's summoning you to fly. Your stirring is his call to dream more, to believe for what only he can. You may be feeling this call in your longings to reconcile, to heal fractured relationships. This is God prodding you to repair what's broken, to create harmony where there's discord. It's not a matter of coercing forgiveness. It's a matter of believing him to restore. Romans 12:18 states, "If possible, so far as it depends on you, live peaceably with all people." Your stirring is your peacemaking moment.